men's team's gold medal.
Well, here we go. Time to find out who's going to take the compound men's team gold medal here in Gwangju. Let's go down to the field of play for the athlete introductions.
Shooting on target number 1, please welcome the team of India. Abhishek Verma.
So here they are, Team India. Took out Korea in the semi-finals.
And their opponents on target number 2, the team of France.
And they go up against France. India line up with Chuan, Sani and Verma. And as you can see here, France is Bera, Bush and Gontier.
In the compound teams, we will have 4 ends of 6 arrows to decide the winner. It will be the team of France shooting first on target number 2 as we are about to get underway.
Time for the second gold here in Gwangju at the second stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup. It's compound men's team gold medal time as France take on India. And stepping up first is Adrien Gontier to get the French underway.
Nine points to start.
9점.
Ten points.
10점.
Points to start.
9점.
Total of 28 points on the board for Team France after the first
French
3
team.
arrows.
Let's see what India can start with. And they begin their assault on the gold with Abhishek Verma.
Nine.
9점.
Nine.
9점.
France starting out a little high in the target. India's shooting just a bit low.
Well,
and a 10, extra ring,
yeah,
tied score.
giving away their first couple of points.
Scores tied.
동점입니다.
Sorted things out at the end there, and we're all square after the first rotation. We switch back to Gontier on target number 2 for France.
10, X-ring.
10점.
Ten.
10점.
They've got themselves back in the middle now. Look at those flags on the left there, those little windsocks flapping away. I think conditions are changing a little bit.
Oh, JP Bush seemingly struggling to get to full draw. This has had
9 points on that shot.
a seesaw on that.
57 points on the board of a possible
So we would
60 for the
have
team
9,
of France. Opportunity
57.
now for India.
So already a mini opportunity for the Indian team.
8 points.
8점.
And a 10.
Really quick shot there, straight off into the 10.
The team of France leading by 1 point.
A good recovery there from the 8. Did you see anything in
3 ends to
particular
go
there
for
with
each team.
the first arrow of the second
Total
rotation?
18 arrows remaining in this
High
match.
into the 8? Was it perhaps he was conscious that the wind was blowing at him?
I didn't see anything particular, and you know, Abhishek is just such a great archer as well, and I don't really know why. If the wind's coming from behind, it might have took it a little bit high, but I mean, they shoot 50 metres, these bows are really fast. The arrows are flying at about 300 feet a second, so I don't think it would have been a wind drift thing, really.
Well, whatever it was, France do have a 1 point lead here. First of 4 regulation
With Team India
ends
trailing by
shot.
1 point, they will shoot first when we
French will
resume
be
on
the
target number
2
1.
teams. These 2 teams came through very tough semi-finals. India perhaps tougher of the 2, beating Korea in a shoot-off. 29 plays 26 shoot-off going in favour of the Indians. And France just edging Denmark 231 to 230. So the progress here has shown great promise for both teams.
Yeah, you don't get to the gold medal match here without fighting some great teams, do you? So it's a bit different now. We're on the finals venue, and that does feel different from where they come through the qualification and those initial head-to-heads. So who can hold their nerves in this venue?
Team France currently ranked 4 in the world, and their opponent, Team India, ranked number 5 in the world. Team India shooting first, target number 1 as we're back underway. We've got some more wind in the venue now.
Well, Stadium announced there, telling you all that there is a little bit more wind here. Second end, India trailing France 57-56. Abhishek Verma to get us underway.
Opening arrow is a 9.
Into the centre of the target, just out of the 10 ring into the 9. This, of course, is a rematch of the gold medal match in Antalya, the first stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup.
Just popping his arrow back onto the rest there with his mouth. Probably not enough time to come
And
down
another
and
9.
restart again.
9점.
Yeah, good spot. Saini having to come up with an inventive way of getting the arrow back on to position.
Yes. 10 points.
10점.
28 points on those first 3 arrows for India.
We can see the communication between the Indian team there.
Hey!
10 points from France.
10점.
Nine.
9점.
Nine.
9점.
Tied score for this end.
Well, 2 different routes to the same score
France continuing to lead.
in this particular end. Does mean India maintain their deficit of a single point.
10, X-ring.
10점.
I think that's the first time we've really seen the wind on the archer's face, flapping the hair, so definitely conditions changing.
Yes. 10.
10점.
10.
Well, that's some way to put pressure on your opponents. A 58 from India.
X-ray.
10점.
Communication between Bearer and Gontier there on that shot. Now Bearer on the shooting line himself.
10 ring.
10점.
So a 10 required from JP Bolsch to maintain the French lead of 1.
Trying to take the lead. At the halfway mark, it's a 1-point lead for the team of France. It's going to be Team India shooting first
Measure there
for the second half of this gold medal final.
Well, we're good to get a look at the targets. Here we are. It's the Indian target. Is it the last arrow from France though?
Team India took the win at the first stage of the World Cup this year in Antalya, Turkey. Last year they took a third place win on the third stage of the World Cup, actually in 2019. They have been in the top 5.
Well, there you go, the arrow being replaced onto where it needs to
6
be.
out of the 7 appearances that they've made in the World Cup since 2016.
The reason for that is that there's just not enough time to come down and start the shot again. So if you can do something, most archers using a finger just to flip the arrow back onto the arrow launcher. But yeah, it doesn't matter how you do it, just get it done
World
quickly.
Championships, 43 World Cups.
Looks like the scores have been confirmed as 258 in that second end, which means that France do maintain their 1-point lead at the halfway stage. 114 plays, 115. So India trailing will shoot first in the third end. But yeah, that was pretty ingenious. Have you ever seen
India is going to shoot first. On target number 1, when we resume.
Get the arrow back in
I
place.
think Braden Galantine did it
Final
last year
regulation
in
scoring
the first stage of the World Cup, Guatemala.
Next 12 arrows from each team.
Not only do you know who it was, you know when it. Well, which end? Do you know which end it was?
I'll go for the second. I don't know.
That's deep knowledge. Braden Galantine using that technique, so clearly they train it then, obviously the coaches teach them how to do this.
Well, it's just intuitive, you know, however is easiest for you to get that back on the launcher, because, you know, if you look at where the arrow is sat on these compound bows, it is quite a narrow launcher basically, so as you're drawing it can fall off, so that's what we saw, and it's important to get back on there, like we said, for the amount of time they've got to shoot those arrows in the team round.
Scores are confirmed. 115 points on the board for France, 114 points on the board for India. India shooting first as we resume.
Halfway through the compound men's team gold medal match between France and India. India trailing by a single point, 114 plays, 115. So they will shoot first with Abhishek Verma to get in number 3 underway.
10-9 liner, probably a 10. Yes. 10, X.
10점.
Yes. 10-10-10.
10점.
India coming
France
through
on
the
the line.
first 3 arrows with a perfect. There is a potential measure, or there will be a measure on that first arrow, but looked pretty much on the line for a 10.
9.
9점.
Might have been an overcompensation that. I think the wind looking a little bit left to right, maybe just aimed off or bubbled off a little bit to the left there. Steerage of that front arm as well.
India now leading by at
Didn't know
least
it
1
was going to
point.
go left. Just trying to lift it to the right. See that long rod sort of drop down
10.
from square as well. That can help with
1 point lead for India.
bow.
인도가 현재 1점 앞서고 있습니다.
10
Currently
points.
down for a 39. I think that's actually a 40, so this is potentially a 153 there on at the moment. Sorry, a 154 there on at the moment, India.
Boom, 10 points.
10점.
Well, it's all smiles when you're in the 10s.
Just a little bit of nerves there. Got to keep the pressure on.
10, 10, 10.
10점.
They'll finish with a provisional 59. We think that's going to get marked up to a 60, so that potentially is our first perfect of this men's gold medal match. France needing to at least
9.
find the central target. And 9 there is another drop point from France. Potentially 3 dropped in this one end.
Ten.
10점.
And a 9. India has a 3-point lead going into the
Wow.
final.
A 56
0
from
of this
France
gold
there, a
medal
big
match.
dip in form for them, and it does mean that France have gone from a 1-point lead to currently provisionally trailing by 2. I think they're going to be trailing by 3, aren't they?
I think that's possible. Going to wait for the judge to make this line call, but
Each team has 6
might
arrows
well be
remaining.
in
France is going to shoot first on target number 2.
first half.
They are behind by 3 points.
They have called in the stadium 3 points behind India, found themselves a 4-point swing in just one end. That doesn't happen very often, does it?
No, but it helps when you shoot 16, your opponent drops 4 points, I guess.
Well, got it down as a 174 for France, 171 for India. What a turnaround from the French team. You see the Indians quite finally trying to keep their morale up, but well, I suppose we've had a 4-point swing in one end. It's conceivable a 3-point swing in this end going back and get your favourite sheet off.
Yeah, I think the Indian team looking comfortable and happy. Good lead going to this last one.
Or will Team India take the championship here today? We'll find out with 6 more arrows from each team as we're back underway. Edwin Gontier on the line for Team France.
Time for India before.
La 10, 10 points.
The 10.
10점.
The French team See themselves trailing by 3 against India. Need to get off to a cracking start here.
Nine.
9점.
Similar errors, isn't it? Dropping slightly low or slightly left. Gotta keep these in the 10 as much as possible to put the pressure on India.
And a 10.
10점.
29, 3 arrows remaining for Team France. 6 shots to go for India, and they are in the lead. Ten points.
10점.
Very much in the driving seat here.
10x.
10점.
Following Abhishek Verma into the 10. Raja Chauhan shooting third for India.
9.
9점.
It's enough. France.
인도가 3점 앞서고
The weight of
있습니다.
world on their shoulders here.
현재
They
3개의
need
화살을
to
남겨두고
put some
있습니다.
pressure down with some big scores here.
Another
10
bow
points.
quando.
10점.
This time we knew it was going to go to the right, so we got a swing to the left, but he did get it in that 10.
Ten.
10점.
There follows him in.
Final regulation scoring arrow for Team France
Now it's
from the Iron Man, Mr.
JP.
Bush.
Bush. Do with another 10 for a 59.
10 points, X-ring, dead center.
Save the best till last. That grouping of 3
Will it
arrows
be
is
enough to hold
superb.
off Team
They
India?
did get the 59. They finished on a 230, a provisional 233. Available for India, though, with 3 10s. Room for manoeuvre.
Ten.
10점.
2 arrows to go to
Still
goal.
a 3-point lead with 2 arrows to go. India have only been out of the 9s and 10s once, and that was right back in the first end. A
10.
little longer hold for Saini,
Final
but
arrow.
he's left a very gettable 8 for the
마지막
win
화살입니다.
for Chauhan.
And a 9 to
And a
win.
9 is more than enough for India to take a 232 to 230 win over France. A repeat of the matchup in the final in Antalya, where India won that. They've taken back-to-back wins in the compound men's team competition here at the second stage of the Hyundai Archery World Cup in Gwangju, South Korea.